Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about a simple yet incredibly powerful principle: consistency is everything. In our fast-paced world, where distractions are plentiful and instant gratification is often just a click away, the idea of consistency can seem almost mundane, even underrated. But let me tell you, it is the key to achieving anything truly meaningful in life. Consistency is not about doing things perfectly. It's not about finding a magical shortcut that will make everything fall into place effortlessly. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, and staying true to your purpose, even when it feels hard, even when progress seems slow, and even when you face setbacks. Think about the great achievers in history, those who built empires, created masterpieces, or changed the course of humanity. What separates them from the rest isn't some burst of talent or luck. It's their unwavering commitment to their goals. They didn't let failure stop them. They didn't let discouragement hold them back. They understood the power of showing up day after day, refining their craft, learning from mistakes, and never giving up. Consistency isn't glamorous. It doesn't get you the spotlight at first, but over time it compounds. Every small, consistent effort you make builds momentum. You might not see the results immediately, but they are coming. The law of consistent effort tells us that we are always moving towards something. Keep planting seeds, and eventually you will reap a harvest. In the beginning, consistency might feel like a grind. It might feel like you're not making progress. But remember, every action, every step, every choice matters. It's like chiseling away at a block of stone. At first, it doesn't seem like much, but with every strike, the shape begins to form. Over time, your dreams begin to materialize because you never stopped. When you are consistent, you begin to build self-discipline. Self-discipline is not about restriction, but about empowering yourself to stay on track, even when temptation or doubt tries to pull you off course. It's about choosing your long-term vision over your short-term comfort. I encourage you to look at your goals with a new lens. If consistency is the secret ingredient to success, then it's time to make it your ally. Commit to the journey even when the road feels tough. Trust that the efforts you put in today will pay off tomorrow. Consistency is everything, not just because it's a strategy, but because it builds the very character that will carry you through all the challenges and triumphs that come with your dreams. So what will you choose today? Will you stay consistent and take another step toward the life you want, or will you let hesitation stop you? The choice is yours, but remember, the power of consistency is the force that will shape your future. Success is not a matter of doing something once and hoping for the best. It's the small, consistent actions that over time lead to big transformations. Whether it's showing up every day or making incremental improvements, consistency is the process that ensures you stay on track. The results may not be visible immediately, but steady effort compounds. In the long run, those small efforts create the success you seek. Consistent effort is the driving force behind any meaningful achievement. Without it, even the most brilliant ideas can fade into obscurity. It's easy to get excited at the beginning, but what truly matters is the commitment you show every day. Success is not about taking huge leaps, but about making steady progress. Consistency transforms potential into tangible outcomes. Dreams and aspirations alone do not guarantee success. It's the consistent effort towards them that does. It's easy to be inspired in the moment, but to actually bring those dreams to life requires you to show up day after day. With every step you take, no matter how small, you move closer to your goal. Consistency builds the path that turns dreams into reality. Without it, even the most ambitious vision will remain out of reach. Achieving your goals is a process, not a sprint. The key is to focus on the steady, daily actions that will get you there. It might feel like you're not making significant progress at first, but persistence and consistency will eventually pay off. The difference between success and failure often lies in the ability to keep going when things seem slow. With each effort, you get closer to what you want, and in time it adds up to something remarkable. Great accomplishments are not a result of one-time bursts of energy or temporary inspiration. They are the product of sustained effort, applied consistently over time. The key is in making consistent choices that align with your goals, even when it feels difficult. It's easy to be motivated at the start, but staying consistent is what will carry you through. Over time, consistency transforms effort into lasting success. Motivation comes and goes, but consistency is the backbone of success. The key to moving forward, even when you don't feel like it, is to create a rhythm of consistent action. Motivation can't always be relied on, but the habit of consistency ensures that you stay productive. When you commit to showing up, even on days when motivation is low, you build the foundation for real progress. Consistency gives you the momentum you need to push through. Success doesn't just happen by wishing or hoping. It's the result of consistent and deliberate action over time. The most successful people don't get there by doing something once and waiting for results. They do it consistently. Each day brings an opportunity to move closer to your goal, and even the smallest effort, when repeated, compounds into significant achievements. Don't be discouraged by slow progress. Stay consistent and trust the process. The foundation of trust, both in yourself and others, is consistency. When you show up and do what you say you will, over and over, it builds reliability. Others start to count on you, and you begin to count on yourself. Trust is earned through actions, not words, and it's built by consistently keeping promises. Over time, this steady effort creates a reputation of dependability and integrity. Growth is not a single event, but a series of steps, often repeated day after day. Even when progress isn't immediately visible, consistency is the underlying force that leads to growth. Every time you push through discomfort, take action, or learn from failure, you are building your potential. By showing up every day, even when things aren't perfect, you are shaping your future. It's this steady, continuous effort that creates true transformation. Excellence is the product of consistent practice, not occasional bursts of effort. It's the result of making something a regular part of your life. The more you repeat something, the better you get at it, and this process requires consistency. Every day is an opportunity to improve, and by committing to this process, you create mastery over time. Consistency helps turn potential into expertise. Success is not about avoiding failure, it's about continuing to move forward despite it. Every successful person has faced setbacks, but they didn't allow those moments to define them. They kept showing up day after day, making progress even in the face of challenges. In fact, failures often teach us more than success does, and consistent effort ensures that setbacks don't derail us. The key is in your ability to persist, no matter the obstacles. The journey from where you are to where you want to be is paved with consistent effort. Every action, no matter how small, adds to your momentum. Sometimes the steps are tiny, sometimes they feel insignificant, but they all lead toward the destination. Consistency ensures that you're always moving forward, even if it feels like progress is slow. Each step brings you closer to your dream, and in time, those small steps create great strides. Consistency becomes easier the more you commit to your goals. At first, it might seem challenging to keep up the momentum, but as you build habits, the effort becomes second nature. With consistency, you stop relying on motivation to get things done and start relying on discipline. The more consistent you are, the more it becomes a part of your identity. Success feels less like a struggle and more like an inevitable result of your actions. Success doesn't just favor the talented or the lucky, it rewards those who keep showing up. It doesn't matter how many times you've failed or how many obstacles stand in your way. What matters is your ability to stay consistent. Talent can fade and luck can run out, but consistency is a force that continues to push you forward. Over time, those who commit to staying consistent will find themselves outlasting the competition and reaping the rewards. The compounding effect of consistency is often underestimated. Every small action you take, when done consistently, adds up to something much greater over time. It's easy to discount the small efforts, but they accumulate and eventually lead to large-scale results. Just like interest accrues in a savings account, your consistent efforts grow in value the longer you keep going. Never underestimate the power of consistent, incremental progress. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that we need to go all in every time. But the truth is, consistency is often more valuable than intensity. Short bursts of effort may seem powerful, but they don't have the same long-lasting impact as consistent, steady work. Consistency allows you to build momentum and avoid burnout. It ensures that your progress is sustainable rather than fleeting. Patience and persistence are the hallmarks of anyone who achieves greatness. It takes time to develop a skill, to build a career, or to see your efforts bear fruit. Consistency is what allows you to continue making progress even when the results aren't immediate. It's not about quick wins, it's about putting in the work day after day and trusting that, over time, it will lead to something extraordinary. Every great achievement in history was built upon the foundation of consistent action. No one reaches the top by taking shortcuts or cutting corners. It's the daily effort, often behind the scenes, that leads to success. Even when the work is unglamorous or goes unnoticed, consistency ensures that progress continues. Over time, these small, consistent efforts compound into something incredible. Achieving big things is never about taking one giant leap, it's about taking one step at a time. Each small action you take consistently is a building block toward your goal. The key to success is not in large, dramatic moves, but in the small, steady efforts that accumulate over time. These little steps will eventually lead you to the big things you desire. It's the consistency in your actions that keeps you moving forward. Perfection is not the goal, progress is. Consistency allows you to move closer to your goals every single day without being held back by the need for things to be perfect. You don't need to have everything figured out, you just need to keep going. Every effort you make, even if imperfect, brings you closer to success. Consistency is about showing up, even when conditions are far from ideal. It's easy to give up when things get tough, but consistency is what helps you overcome obstacles. Life is full of challenges, but the ones who achieve their goals are those who keep pushing through. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to test your commitment. The consistent effort you put forth, especially when it's hardest, builds resilience. Over time, this resilience will propel you to success. The power of consistency lies in its ability to transform ordinary actions into extraordinary results. Each time you practice a skill, take action toward a goal, or maintain a healthy habit, you're creating a foundation for success. What may seem insignificant today will add up to something substantial tomorrow. Consistency ensures that your efforts don't go to waste, no matter how small they seem. It's the key to turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. Sometimes it feels like success is just out of reach, but consistency is what helps you close that gap. Even when progress feels slow, your consistent actions are moving you forward. When you remain dedicated to your goals, despite the frustrations, you build the discipline needed for eventual success. It's not about immediate gratification, but about trusting that, through consistency, you are getting closer to what you want. Stay the course, and success will follow. Consistency helps to build the habits that will serve as the foundation for your success. The more you repeat an action, the more it becomes a natural part of your life. Whether it's waking up early, working out, or focusing on your business, consistency forms the framework for achieving your dreams. Becomes effortless. What initially took conscious effort becomes a seamless part of your daily routine. Over time, you don't have to think about it. Consistency has turned it into a habit that drives you forward. This is how you build lasting success, by embedding positive, goal-driven actions into your everyday life. Habits formed through consistency create a solid foundation for achieving bigger and better things. Consistency isn't about doing something perfectly every time, it's about showing up and doing the work, even when things aren't ideal. When you commit to consistent effort, you stop focusing on flaws or imperfections and start focusing on progress. This mindset shift helps you push past self-doubt and discouragement. Each day is an opportunity to take another step forward, even if it's small. The key is that you don't stop. Consistency ensures you keep moving. Consistency leads to confusion and frustration, while consistency breeds clarity and confidence. When you stick with something day in and day out, it becomes clearer how to improve, where to focus, and where to adjust your approach. With consistency, you begin to develop a deeper understanding of your craft and your goals. Each step you take brings more insight, and over time, this clarity becomes your compass. You'll find yourself making better decisions because consistency builds experience and wisdom. Your commitment to consistency is what determines the success of your endeavors. It's easy to start something and abandon it when the going gets tough, but it's the people who stay committed who see their goals come to fruition. Consistency means making a choice to keep going, regardless of how difficult the journey may be. It is through persistence that you push through the doubts and challenges that come along the way. The success you desire will never come if you don't stay consistent in your efforts. Every action you take, no matter how small, contributes to your future success. It's easy to discount the minor steps, but when you add them up, they become significant. Consistency is the glue that holds everything together. You can't build a house by stacking one brick and waiting for the walls to appear. It requires laying brick by brick, day after day. Similarly, success is built through consistent actions, where every small step helps create a larger picture. The key to progress is not rushing, but staying steady. When you focus on consistent, sustainable effort, you allow yourself to build at a pace that lasts. It's easy to burn out when you try to do everything at once, but with consistency, you pace yourself. Steady progress, no matter how slow, will always beat sporadic bursts of intense activity followed by long breaks. By committing to a consistent rhythm, you ensure that your progress is both lasting and attainable. Consistency is the key that unlocks your true potential. The only way to know what you are truly capable of is by consistently pushing your limits. It's easy to get comfortable and stay within your current capacity, but growth happens when you consistently challenge yourself. The more you show up, the more you uncover hidden strengths you never knew existed. Consistency reveals your potential by continually stretching your abilities and expanding your boundaries. When you practice consistency, you build your confidence along the way. The more you commit to your actions, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving your goals. Confidence doesn't come from perfection, it comes from consistent effort. Each time you succeed, no matter how small, you gain the trust of your own abilities. As consistency strengthens your efforts, it also strengthens your belief in yourself, which is the cornerstone of success. Consistency is a force multiplier that makes everything you do more effective. Instead of relying on quick fixes or shortcuts, consistency allows you to build lasting habits that propel you toward your goals. Small, consistent actions may seem insignificant in the moment, but they accumulate and amplify over time. Just like a machine that runs continuously, your consistent effort leads to greater productivity, better results, and sustained success. This compounded effort is what turns the ordinary into the extraordinary. It's important to remember that success is not about speed, it's about consistency. The road to achievement is rarely a sprint, but a marathon requiring patience, persistence, and a steady pace. If you focus on long-term results rather than quick wins, you will find that consistency makes the journey much smoother. Each day of consistent effort builds the momentum needed to achieve your ultimate goals. Slow progress is still progress, and with consistency, it's enough to bring success within reach. Consistency teaches you the value of incremental growth. When you break down your big goals into manageable, consistent actions, you make steady progress without feeling overwhelmed. Every little effort adds to the overall process, creating a snowball effect. Instead of looking for giant leaps, you focus on making small improvements every day. Over time, these small improvements add up to significant advancements, and you'll be amazed at how much you've achieved through consistent action. The consistent pursuit of your goals builds resilience, the ability to keep going no matter the circumstances. Life is unpredictable and setbacks are inevitable, but consistency ensures that you don't give up in the face of challenges. Every time you continue despite obstacles, you grow stronger and more determined. The effort you put in each day, even when it feels hard, equips you to face even greater challenges ahead. Resilience is forged in the fire of consistency. Success is not a result of one-off efforts, but the result of a series of small, consistent actions taken over time. If you do something repeatedly, you will eventually build expertise and strength in that area. Even if the initial steps seem insignificant, they contribute to your progress. Consistency allows you to refine your skills and gain mastery. Mastery doesn't come from occasional brilliance, but from consistent, deliberate practice over time. The key to defeating procrastination is consistency. When you break down tasks into small, manageable pieces and commit to taking action every day, procrastination loses its power. It's easy to be overwhelmed by a large project, but consistent action helps reduce the feeling of being stuck. Every small step moves you forward, creating a sense of accomplishment and reducing the fear of starting. Consistency removes the barriers that procrastination puts in your way. What separates the average from the extraordinary is often a matter of consistency. Extraordinary individuals don't rely on one-time bursts of effort to achieve success. They build their path through consistent actions, constantly refining their skills and focusing on their goals. Anyone can be great, but greatness requires dedication to consistency. By showing up every day, even when it's challenging, you can push past mediocrity and reach your highest potential. Consistency helps you stay focused on your goals even when the journey gets tough. There will always be distractions and moments of doubt, but your consistent actions ensure that you stay aligned with your purpose. When you consistently remind yourself of why you started, it becomes easier to keep going. Each day of focused effort brings you closer to the vision you've set for yourself. It's not about the occasional push, but about showing up day after day with purpose and commitment. Consistency is the engine that drives long-term success. Without it, your efforts can feel scattered or aimless. By staying consistent, you create a reliable process that moves you toward your goals. This ongoing effort, though sometimes invisible or understated, builds momentum. Over time, this momentum propels you toward greater achievements, and your progress becomes inevitable because consistency is the force that fuels it. Your success is the result of everything you do regularly, not just the extraordinary moments. Each day is an opportunity to make small progress toward your goals. Whether it's one step or 10, consistent actions accumulate over time. Success isn't about rare moments of brilliance, but about the everyday choices you make to move forward. Even the smallest efforts, when repeated consistently, add up to create remarkable outcomes. Success isn't about the dramatic breakthroughs, it's about the slow, steady wins. You don't need grand gestures to achieve your goals, you need consistent, focused effort. Every day that you show up and do the work, you move closer to what you want. Over time, these consistent actions add up and lead to extraordinary results. It's the quiet, persistent effort that often leads to the most meaningful success. One of the most powerful things consistency can do is help you push through your comfort zone. When you show up every day and put in the effort, even when it's hard, you begin to expand your limits. Consistency builds discipline, which in turn pushes you beyond what you thought was possible. As you continue your consistent efforts, you stretch your abilities and reach new levels of achievement. Each consistent action is a step outside your comfort zone that leads to greater success. Consistency is a skill that takes time to develop but pays off in spades. At first, it may be hard to stay disciplined or to keep showing up. However, with practice, consistency becomes second nature. It's not about the intensity or the grandiosity of your efforts, it's about your ability to keep going. As consistency becomes a habit, you'll find that success becomes less about luck and more about your commitment to keep moving forward, no matter the challenges. Every decision to stay consistent is a decision to invest in your future. The actions you take today will shape the opportunities you have tomorrow. By focusing on consistent long-term efforts, you ensure that your future is one of growth and success. You may not see the fruits of your labor immediately, but with each consistent effort, you are sowing the seeds for a successful tomorrow. Investing in consistency today pays huge dividends in the future.